Yemen, Iran, and Iraq are among the nations targeted by the president's travel crackdown, and all are condemning it. Iran is threatening to reciprocate with a U.S. visa ban. Shiite militias in Iraq are also calling for a ban on all Americans, but that's unlikely to happen as U.S. and Iraqi forces are teamed up in the fight against ISIS. Tonight, Iraqi forces backed by the U.S. military are making gains in their push to drive ISIS out of Iraq's second largest city, Mosul. Our Charlie D'Agata is there.
It's been more than 100 days since the battle to retake Mosul began. Even with the backup of U.S. airstrikes, Iraqi forces have only recaptured the eastern side. As we drove through the streets, we witnessed the trail of destruction from the fighting that had raged here. The journey made more eerie by the fact that ISIS militants and sympathizers might be watching. Iraqi commanders believe a number of ISIS fighters were locals and simply melted back into the community. Iraqi special forces took us to Mosul University, the scene of a ferocious battle to recapture an ISIS HQ. Retaking the university was a strategic and symbolic victory for Iraqi forces. It served as an ISIS headquarters, a command and control center, which made it a prime target for U.S. and coalition airstrikes. Captain Saif Ali told us some ISIS fighters fought to the death. Do you remember how many car bombs? 3 car bombs. Iraqis believe ISIS used the university as a missile and mortar factory, its labs to develop chemical weapons. This is where they make the launchers. We even found ammunition stashed in a busted freezer. We also saw signs of what it used to be, the lecture halls, a campus bookshop, dorms for some of the 30,000 students who used to study here. Closer to the front line, soldiers brought us to a home ISIS had fled from, past a stripped-out SUV in the process of being turned into a suicide car bomb. Inside, they showed us a pile of toys, confiscated from children, forbidden under ISIS. A normal childhood put on hold. Here's where the fight has come to a standstill, right along the banks of the Tigris. Major Arkan Hashim, battalion commander with the federal police, said he and his men come under a regular barrage. Where are the mortars coming in from, if you can point them?
From a school there. So that's in yellow.
There's a school over there.
Yeah.
The yellow building.
A yellow building.
He showed us where mortars had come in just a few hours before we got there. And this happens every day.
Yeah, 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock. I'll make sure I'm not here at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Morale is high as Iraqi forces prepare for the final assault against ISIS in Mosul. What no one knows is what ISIS has left, how many bullets and suicide car bombs, and whether they've saved their strongest fighters for a final stand. Charlie D'Agata, CBS News, inside Mosul.